Alright everybody, this is Brick Builder 2018 here, and welcome back guys to another episode of Minecraft Fortification. Today we've got a lot of stuff to do, but for starters we're going to be over here for just a little bit. I just want to say guys, something that I really wanted to do for a while, and I finally got around to doing it, is for this series is I have made us a custom vanilla plus texture pack. So basically it's just a texture pack that's slightly modified to have some blocks that aren't really usable for building, made usable for building. So I'm going to cut to a clip where I show you guys all the different changes we did, and then I'll come right back and we're going to start working on a new place. Okay, I just want to mention that none of these changes are set in stone and they may end up changing, and also there will be a texture pack download and it'll be coming out on episode 25 when we do the world download. So until then, you'll just have to wait for that to happen. But the first block we changed is this. It's granite. So I'm just going to kind of show you guys the changes and then we'll do a general overview of it. So we got granite here, which I made black. Black granite is the thing. I like this because it adds another nice dark block that we can use. Diorite, I changed it to give us some nice white stone, which is very useful for some marble-ish style builds. Then this is the double stone slab. I like that it doesn't have that block in the line in the middle. It makes it a bit more cleaner. Mossy cobblestone, not the nicest looking block, but it at least has a green that matches this, so it works. Then over here we have the clays. Most of the clays have been modified besides red and orange. All the other ones have been modified, and well, also the original is still the same. We might be making these a little bit more saturated because some of these are a bit unsaturated, specifically this yellow. I really wanted a more vibrant yellow. It's not exactly what I got, but for now I'm going to keep it. And the last change we made is birch. We just made it a little less yellow and I give it a bit more of a white texture, just so that way we can use it for builds if we want a duller looking wood. That's all the current changes. Let me know what you think about changing the blocks, if you guys think that that kind of ruins the vanilla part of the series, or if it's okay, and what else we should change and modify. I had some ideas for like changing jungle wood and acacia and stuff like that, but I didn't do it because I really wanted to see what you guys thought about changing textures. But we're going to go back into the world and begin working on our new project, so I'll see you there. So the new project location is like, here's the bandit case, over here is the area, and we have like, chose this area because we have these nice little hills kind of surrounding it, which we're going to take full advantage of in our new village. And this new fortification is going to be a desert sand style village. I don't exactly know what kind of style I'm going to go with, besides I wanted to have a bit of a, I guess, blocky and fortified castle-ish vibe. But I do have a name for the town, and that is SABBIA. SABBIA is Italian for sand, and I thought the name really fit this place just because it sounds really nice and I feel like it gives you that desert vibe even if you don't know what it means. So SABBIA is going to be the name of the town. I might not be pronouncing it exactly as it's supposed to be pronounced, but I'm pronouncing it close enough for me. So we're going to start by like setting up a block palette over in this back corner here for what we have in this area, because we don't have exactly too many resources yet for this town, and I don't want there to be too many resources. So we're kind of going to limit ourselves a bit with what we're going to be using, because I feel like that'll actually make it a bit more like unified, this place, and that's kind of what I'm going for. I want a bit of a unified look in this place. And then, you know, we'll just pop this down right here and throw these, because we're also going to be using these, because this here is huge for me personally. So we're going to start working on one of these houses, and I want to put one back in this corner back here. I think this is like a good place to put a house. So, you know, I think this place definitely works as a nice little 7x7 house. Because I definitely want these to be sort of squared off houses, but like only to a certain degree. And the birch needs to be something we use a lot here. But I want to get the nice white and yellow and orange contrast in here, because that's kind of like one of the main things that we're going to be doing here. The only problem is some of the ground is definitely unstable, as you just saw here. See what I'm talking about? Like, most of the ground is unstable, so we've got to be careful of all this quicksand, but you know, hopefully we can manage it, because there's like a cave in some areas and there's not a cave in other areas, and of course this is one place where there was a cave. So yeah, But this is definitely going to be a nice looking town, I think. And we're not really going to have too much of like a plan, really. We're kind of just going to go in knowing we want to keep it nice and structured in comparison to our campsite, which is very unorganized and tents are kind of thrown around everywhere. We don't want this fortification to have that sort of a style, because it wouldn't make sense for like a village to not really like have a structure or a plan of attack when they're building their village. So, you know, it's important that we keep a like structure going on in here. And I think I want to use this white diorite or this white stone in here. And I chose to use cobblestone. I was debating whether to make this be stone or cobblestone, but I wanted cobblestone because it'll match with a lot more items. And then also we enchanted a sword and got this, and enchanted a shovel and got that. So that's like some other things that have happened, okay? But let's get a door down right in the middle here. Kind of obvious that that's where we're going to want the door. And we'll just throw a crafting bench there. And we're going to be using the birch door, which I did, you know, not really change the design of it. I just made it a little less a little less bright. And I think it matches a lot better with sandstone, which is something that I really wanted with birch, because I kind of planned to do this village for a while now, and I have some ideas. So I kind of want to, you know, work on it just a little bit if possible. But the thing is, we got to remember that we got to implement all the different blocks into this place to give it that bit of a color and design. The thing is though, guys, I'm gonna need to make a banner for every single fortification. That's kind of something I really want to do, is to have a banner. And we're definitely going to be using quite a lot of white in here, but I don't want to use quartz, because quartz is a clean white look. I'm going for more of a less clean white look. But we have beds over in the bandit cave, thankfully, which also for lore purposes would make sense they'd set it up here in between the two kingdoms, so that way they'd have plenty of people to like steal from. So we can just sleep down in our bandit cave, no problemo, you know, very easy. But yeah, definitely going to be a nice town, and it's not going to be the largest of towns, but it's a good strategic location for one, because like we're going to have a couple towers and stuff probably, and it's just going to look overall something I think that'll look pretty nice. I think it's going to look pretty good. But what I'll do is I'm going to keep working on this thing, and I'll kind of just give you guys an update when I kind of, know a little bit more of how we're going to be building this. So let me just, try some things out, and then we'll be right back in just a little bit, guys. So yeah, talk to you in just a little bit. Alright, so I did a bit more work on our first house, and I kind of got a design that I sort of like, but now we got to work on the inside of this place. And one thing I want to do here is I really want some form of a staircase, but I want like a nice looking sort of like connection staircase like this, but that doesn't exactly get me high enough, so that's going to be a bit of a problem that we can possibly have here. Is we got to get it to a place where it's high enough that we can actually get up, which looks like this is going to give us that. That seems like it'll work, and we can just toss out like another like that, and then throw one up there, and boom, then we're at the roof here, which we're going to be raising an extra block because we're going to need to have some space here to do some actual building on the top of this. But I want like the tops of all these houses to be usable. And another thing that we can't do is have it be parkourable here. So either we're going to have to lower it, or we're going to have to do something like that, which that works. Okay, we're good there. Because I don't want anything to be able to get inside these houses, like including players jumping in, including myself. I don't want myself to be able to do something like that. And then I want to raise up each corner like this by one and throw some of these in there. Boom, get some stairs just to give it a bit more character on the roof here. I could have just done, normal blocks here, but I didn't really want to do that because it doesn't give that sort of character that we want it to have. And then I'm thinking we could probably do something. If we want to use that double slab block, there'd be our chance. And that's not going to give us a double slab, so we're not going to want to use that. Let's do doing one of these, which doesn't look super great. I think we'll do some of this. These look decent if used properly. Maybe not. Actually, that's not the one I wanted. I was looking at the wrong thing. I mean, yes, the chisel sandstone looks good, but I think maybe the smooth is actually what we want, and I crafted the wrong block. The smooth is crafted like that. So here we go. And we can pop some smooth in there. I don't know, it doesn't give you that feel though that I really want you to get in this place, because I feel like it's too sandstone-y, and I want this floor to have more of the white feel, which it can get by, you know, using some of these and tossing that there and that there. I think that actually looks decent. Maybe we can throw some more in there on the ground. Yeah, I think that works. Something like that, you come in, and maybe even you do something like that. I don't know, this is starting to look a little bit like an altar. Maybe we do something like this. Yeah. And then we'll just throw a ladder up there, I think, because that'll be okay. We just have to climb one ladder. I think I can handle that. Or we can use a trapdoor, which, by the way, I also changed to give it a bit of a spruce texture. I'm pretty sure we put it. Oh, no, that doesn't work unless we have a ladder here. I think we put a ladder like this. Here we should be able to do that. Yeah, I have to climb up that. Boom. Or, you know, just do the two ladders like that, and then that should work out fine. And then we're gonna need to grab our birch, which we actually don't have too much of left, but we have enough to finish off this first house. So we'll be okay. We'll go up here. I'm just gonna throw the birch slabs on the ground here. Maybe actually on the lower half, actually. I think the lower half will make it look a little bit nicer, actually. And you won't be able to get down. So that's gonna be our only problem, is the getting down. But I feel like we honestly could get away with something where you have to jump it. You know, they could do something like this for protection purposes, maybe, where you have to like go up and then go down still. Yeah. And then once you get up here, jump there and there, and that works. I think personally that's okay. And then we just gotta throw a torch, boom, boom, like that. Throw a torch there. But also, guys, in addition to this village, I did some work on the other village. So I kind of want to just go back there now and show it to you. Although there is one thing I want to do before we do it. I want to try to see if I can mix in some yellow into this. If we were to try something like this, does that look terrible? Because what if we did that through all the buildings, like a style where like there was just frequent color thrown into it like this? Would that look terrible, or is that something that we can manage and make it look okay? Boom. I think that works, so we're gonna keep it like that for now. I'll kind of think on it. But anyway, I'm gonna head back to our campsite, and then when I get there, I'll show you the progress that has been made. As we approach the campsite, I just would like to mention that some of the tents look a little bit different now because the color of clay has changed, but I think it still looks okay. So the first change, you'll notice this is white. It was always white, but now it's more pure white. But the two big changes are right here, the two tents. So I have a black tent right here. I don't really know what to do with this tent, but I have it there. Just kind of for aesthetics, and if I ever decide we need another tent, we have it. Because I kind of want to get this place wrapped up very soon for now. Because I'm sort of getting bored of building these tents over and over again, which look very similar. So I kind of want to move on to another like base style, which is kind of the whole point of why we are making the desert village. And then over here we've got something, and down here is a storage room. It's like a mini storage room because the whole point of this storage room isn't to be a long term. This is since this is only gonna be our spawn base, it's really not gonna forever be the base that we use as our main base. When we get a nice other village that we like better, that'll eventually become our main base. Although this is the spawn base. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go head over to the comment question hall, and we're going to answer the comment question of the episode. Okay, so I made one change to this place, and that is that instead of writing the date on here, we're just putting the episode number. I think it looks a whole lot cleaner, and I like it more. So, this is episode 9, and the question is, will you start another kingdom soon? And that was by Dynamite Games, so we gotta write that right here. Dynamite Games. Well, you're in luck, Dynamite, because we actually started it today. And having this TNT head is gonna be pretty useful, I think. But yeah, we started the new kingdom today. I'm very happy with the way that the first build turned out. And this is a very powerful husk, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap things up for today. Let me know some feedback, guys, on the texture pack and the Desert Kingdom. But until then, this has been BrickWiz 2014, and I am signing off. Bye!